Okay, here are your notes for the first day. We're going to do take problems from 3 worksheets, and you'll go ahead and copy down the notes, and then you'll have some independent practice after we're done with the notes. And you can write just straight on the worksheet. I'm going to write on just scratch blank paper. So number 9, I'm going to start with worksheet 2-1, and number 9. So the first one we're going to do is notes. And what we're doing is adding decimals. When you add decimals, you want to make sure that the decimal point is lined up. And if it helps, you can add in any extra digits here, but we don't need to do it on this one. So if you need to add things after the decimal, that's quite fine. And then we're just going to add down. So 3 plus 4 is 7. Bring down your decimal. 5 plus 3 is 8. If 7 had added to be bigger than 10, then we'd bring a number up there. So hopefully this is familiar to you, but we just need to make sure we know where everybody's at, and everybody can do these processes. 13 is similar. 3.6 plus 4.7. And I'm going to make sure my decimals are lined up. Remember these placeholders, this is called the 10th place with a TH. So my 10th places add up to be 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. I'm going to bring the 1 up here. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. So this adds to be 8.3. We're going to do number 17 next. 142.62 plus 34.1 plus 5.024. So if it helps me, because the last one goes to the 1000th place, and sometimes we just write the number 1000 with a TH. 1000th place, I can add in some zeros here just to make sure I'm keeping my places right. So when I add these numbers in the thousandths, easy for me to say, it's 0 plus 0 plus 4. This is the 100th place. You don't need to label them, but I'm going to label them just so we're clear. 2 plus 0 plus 2 is 4. Our 10th place, 6 plus 1 is 7. Bring down your decimal. Now add your ones places. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 5 is 11. Bring up your 1. 5. Now 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8, and 1. And there's our answer. So it looked more complicated, but it wasn't that much more work. We're going to move to number 23. And 23 starts off as what we call horizontal. But I don't really like doing it this way, and where you're going to need to be able to do this is just most likely with prices. So I prefer to see it vertically. So even though the worksheet presents it like this, if I'm going to do this without a calculator, I'm going to write it one on top of the other, making sure my decimal place gets lined up correctly. And I'm going to put a 0 behind that 4 on the last one, so almost as if we're adding prices. Again, we're going to add the 100th place. 1 plus 7 is 8. Add the 10th. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 4 is 13. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 7, 2. Hopefully this is coming quickly for you. I'm pretty good at math. That doesn't surprise anybody, so sometimes I can add these numbers a little quicker, but please make sure you're checking my math, and you can holler at me if something comes up that doesn't seem right. Let's look at number 29. That's going to be on the back side of that first worksheet. So I'll give you a moment to go ahead and read it. So when we see that last question, what is the total time? That means we're adding things up. So again, I would prefer to add things vertically. So in my work, I'm going to write 1.5 hours for the tune-up, 0.2 hours to clean the battery. That's 12 minutes. It's not too bad, I guess. 0.3 hours to change the oil and filter. 0.4 hours for the headlight. 1.3 hours for the air conditioning. And in a work environment, you may want to put labels next to that. You may even want to put an abbreviation because we're listing so many things. Tune up the battery, oil, light, and air conditioning. So in the real world setting, I might want to know, and I can go back and double check or defend any work that I had to do, or indicate that, be able to discuss whether I have the right amount of time in each thing. So this is time. We're just going to add our decimals. So all our tenths places. 5 plus 2 is 7. Plus 3 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. Plus 3 is 17. So we bring our 1 up there. 1, 2, 3. 3.7 hours. And so go ahead and do these numbers as homework. Put them just after your notes. It's okay that they're not in order. Or I'm sorry, you're doing them on the worksheet. So if you're doing them on the worksheet, go ahead and finish it on the worksheet. If you're doing it on extra paper, just continue after 29 with 11. And when you're finished with that, you can look at 2.2.